Let's do this. Hello. Hi, Teresa Levine, and my best buddy over here, the Wolf Girl Oracle, my sister. Good to see you guys. Welcome to Katie Moonchild's World. I'm Katie, and this is the Lightworkers Roundtable. We come here tonight to have some fun, to bring some light, to learn some fantastic stuff, and get to know a new member of our community. My community here, wonderful Jeanie from Paws Acupuncture.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
As you can tell, we're both very sedate and calm.
Yes, very sedate.
We both have equal energy, so this is going to be so much fun.
Don't be scared.
Yeah, we've got lots to talk about, and lots of interesting information. I'm sure you guys are going to have questions. And yeah, Wolf Girl says she's glad to meet you. She's excited to meet you, Jeanie.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
She waves like crazy because that's her energy too.
I was a cartoon in the past life.
Yeah, I just kind of giving everybody a little bit of a chance to come in, get notifications to go out. Okay. There was a YouTube update last week, or this week. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. And everything gets all messed up when that happens. People lose subscribers. And so I've been telling everybody, with your favorite subscribers, people you love watching, when you go in there, make sure you're subscribed. And even if it does show you subscribed, unsubscribe and resubscribe. Just so to make sure. Because the algorithm, I think, it's in a glitch. And it starts, I don't know, you play this game with subscribers too. Where you might make 10 or 15 in one show. And by the end of the week, they're gone.
Yeah.
And that's not people unsubscribing.
Okay.
That's YouTube. That's YouTube playing games.
Okay.
That algorithm, it looks for certain numbers, and that's why everybody gets all worried about the thumbs up and all that. And you'll notice I very seldom ask for like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Okay. And I should be saying all the time, it's for entertainment purposes only. So it's in the ticker on the bottom.
Oh, okay. I'm going to turn my phone off so that it's not.
Yeah, I follow the chat in my phone because there's a delay between YouTube and StreamYard. Okay. So if you want the most up-to-date chat, it'll be in your phone.
I just turned it off because I have too many people.
You're good. Yeah. You're good. And I'll keep up with the questions. Okay. Anyway. So I will show them on the screen.
Okay. Thank you.
So, my darling. Hey, Stony Baker. Good to see you, my friend. Mwah. I was just watching him about an hour and a half ago. Albert Rhythm, you got it. Albert is his Russian blue.
Okay.
Stony, meet Jeanie from Paws Acupuncture.
Hi.
She does acupuncture on our babies.
Yes. On your fur kids.
You betcha. Yes. You have a question? When you're ready, you got it. Let's shoot. Here we go. I have a 12-year-old dog with some mobility issues. Is he a good candidate for acupuncture?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Acupuncture helps with mobility. It also helps with easing the pain because most older dogs have pain somewhere because they're old, right? It's like us. We get arthritis for, think about it. A 12-year-old dog, 12 times 7 is what? Whatever it is, right? So...
74?
Right. So think about it. You're going to feel the pain too. So it's not just acupuncture, though. I mean, acupuncture does help the pain But I do a few other things too. And it's also, what are you feeding the dog and what are you giving the dog? Because he could get acupuncture every week, but if you're feeding him food with like lots of gluten, for instance, gluten's going to make him worse because gluten makes all pain worse. So I just tell my dog patient people, get a grain-free, or at least if you're going to have grain, just do like rice, no wheat, no gluten, because that's what's going to make the pain worse. But acupuncture is definitely going to ease the pain and help him move a little bit better. But I would always like to throw in some herbs too, or some homeopathic remedies, because it's not just one thing. It's a combination of things to help him.
I firmly believe in the homeopathic stuff. Actually, Willow has asthma.
Oh.
And every once in a while, he gets in where he gets coughing and sneezing fits. I give him pulsatilla and it goes away.
Right.
Just a little bit in his water. And because it's in the water, it automatically, aloe gets it, and it doesn't hurt her any. It doesn't. All I love it because all homeopathics do is trigger your own immunity.
Right.
It is such a dilute amount. Yeah, it's such a dilute amount that it's like a drop of medicine in the whole ocean.
Right.
Is how it was described to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I firmly believe in homeopathics.
And animals just seem to react so much better to homeopathic and herbs, and they react so much better to everything because they're not questioning it. Whereas, if you do acupuncture on a person, they're laying there going, is it working? Oh, I have to pay for this. How much is this going to cost? Oh my God. I want to look at my cell phone. Whereas a dog just lays there and goes, she's going to give me a cookie after this, so it feels good.
So I can hang here. This isn't bad. Yeah, I can hear their thoughts. They're going, I'm gonna get a cookie when I'm done here, and this isn't so bad. I can hang here. She's a pretty nice lady. I think I'll hang for a while. You can just As someone who's had acupuncture, I would love you to. Hey, Stefan, welcome from the UK. And Viviani, good to see you. And Rose Blue. My goodness, you sent me an Instagram today. I'll go look for it, Rose. Yeah, as someone who's had acupuncture, I swear by it. So please tell us about what you do and what you have to offer for your clients, your YouTube channel, and all that stuff.
Okay. Well, I'm a newbie on YouTube. I'm a baby rookie on YouTube, so I'm still figuring the whole thing out. But I've been treating dogs, cats, sometimes unicorns with acupuncture and herbs, traditional Chinese medicine. I'm a licensed acupuncturist. I used to treat people. I don't like them, to be honest. I mean, I like some people if they have pets, but they're so much harder to treat. And acupuncture saved my life. I was a glass artist back in the late 80s, early 90s, and in San Diego, and I ended up in the urgent care every week because I couldn't breathe. I turned into Darth Vader when I was 30. Because I was sandblasting glass and I was inhaling all this crap. And even though I wore the spacesuit, my lungs got screwed up and I couldn't breathe. And, I'd go to the urgent care and they'd put me on the little inhaler thingy and give me a Primatene mist because back then I couldn't afford a, real inhaler because they were so much money. I didn't have insurance and nothing worked. So my friend Edie took me to this old Chinese doctor and I couldn't understand a word he said. And he put these big needles in me and he gave me this bag of herbs with like seashells and bugs and leaves and told me to go and brew it up and it made me gag. But I could breathe.
Yeah.
Well, I kept going back to this guy. And that's when I just thought, wait, there's something here. I can breathe. And so that changed my life. I stopped doing glass and went to acupuncture school. And
I got an acupuncture school right around the corner from me.
Yeah, you guys do. Yeah. So I went to the one in San Diego, Pacific College and of Oriental Medicine. And I had a German
almost right next door to the mini time machine. Anyway, it's a very famous the museum that we have here that is nothing but miniatures and, scenes that are all, yeah.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
woman on YouTube, that she had a Halloween. She did a Beetlejuice display that was outstanding. And I watched her make it on YouTube, and I had no idea she was going to be right here by my house.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
My question is how, I know with me, when I get acupuncture, I lay as still and relaxed as absolutely possible. How does that work with an animal?
Well, actually, what the first thing I do when I treat, I mostly treat dogs. Cats are hard. Most people don't bring their cats in for acupuncture, to be
Well, cats
truthful.
have an attention span of about 30 seconds.
And
You
they're
hold
like,
them down for longer than that, and they're
yeah,
telling you to
and
go
they
fuck
don't have the
yourself.
problems dogs have. They don't have the hip dysplasia, and they don't have that
Well,
whole big.
actually, the big kitties do.
Yeah, but
Maine
people
Coons
don't.
get it.
Yeah, but most people don't think cat and
No,
acupuncture.
no,
It's
no.
dogs. So I treat mostly dogs, and mostly big dogs, of course, because they have the most problems. Bigger the
Sure.
dog, bigger the vet bill, right?
Right, and
Um,
the gravity pulls on them,
yeah.
just like
So
that.
what I do is the first thing I do, I don't just do acupuncture. When they come in the room, I lay on the floor with them. And I don't dress like the vet. I wear scrubs, but I'm not wearing the lab coat. I'm not the vet. So, I give them a rescue remedy with a cookie, and that kind of chills them out. And I first do I scan them with a little bit of Reiki or energy work to see what's hurting.
Uh-huh.
And I give them a cookie, of course. You have to start with the cookie. Okay.
Yes.
Cookies are first. And then I do a little bit of massage, just see what, they're like, okay. And then I go in with the laser.
Yeah.
So first I start with the laser, because with the laser, with a dog, you can't needle every point you want to, because with a person, you go, okay, this might sting a little, but you're going to get
Okay.
over it in 2 seconds. With a dog, they're going to remember that 2 seconds. So
Right.
I do the laser, and the laser stimulates all the points I want. So I will probably do that for like a half hour, going up and down the meridians, especially if they have like a hip problem or knee problem. I focus on that because it's not going to hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
And they can move around the room. I can follow them around the room. I've done house calls, and I walk around the house with the laser, following the dog around.
I love
And I
it.
do that for about half hour, 45 minutes, depending what the dog lets me. And then
Uh-huh.
I go back and do some massage. Of course, there's another cookie involved. And
Oh,
then I'll acupuncture them, and they usually just lay there. They just get this like this.
yeah. Almost like when you put the needles in,
Yeah,
like the air gets released.
yeah.
I just
So
kind of saw that. Yeah.
yeah,
That
it's
makes sense
amazing.
because
And
that's the feeling
you
I get.
Yeah, I mean, most dogs do that. The little one, like chihuahuas, are the hardest dog to treat, I would say.
I wonder why. Talk about wound up dog.
They're like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Hey, does the vet clinic where you work call them land sharks too? Because that's what we got a land shark coming in. We always knew that's a chihuahua because they
Yeah,
always bite.
yeah.
You got to put them in
And this,
the
yeah.
cat muzzle, which is a whole head muzzle.
Oh,
Cats,
yeah. I
cat,
don't treat a
when
lot
a
of
cat can't
chihuahuas.
see you, uh, they will freeze.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I
So if
don't
you ever
muzzle.
have a cat that gets out of control, if
Uh,
you've got a blanket or a towel or something you can throw on them where they can't see and then immediately that's why you'll see them do that on shows where they're trying to catch wildcats.
right, right.
That
The burrito
that
cat.
subdues them. There's something about when they can't see, it's like, oh, I turn off.
Yeah,
It's like turning a chicken over will hypnotize them. If you
yeah,
turn them on their back, they won't move. They
yeah.
won't try to get away.
Right. Yeah. So like I said,
Interesting.
most 95% of the dogs I treat cooperate. It's the little ones that make me work for it.
Yeah,
But I don't treat a lot of little ones because they don't have the problems the big ones have.
right. Right.
So, you know,
How
it is
cool.
cool. It is cool. I mean, I love it. I get covered in kisses and fur, and they don't give me attitude, and I'm happy.
Look at this. This one cracks me up. We have a mutual friend and subscriber who has a pit bull. His name is Jax. We all love our Jax. And Harley makes RSO, Rick Simpson's oil. And Jax likes his RSO, and he'll go pretend like he's hurt and limp over to Harley so he can get his RSO. And then he goes and runs off. Like, bingo, I'm all better.
You gotta love it.
It's so cute. I do Reiki. I was noticing Wolf Girl was talking about she likes that you start with Reiki first.
Well,
I do Reiki on my female kitty. She's always had a very sensitive stomach. She's super digestive issues.
Okay.
So every morning I do my Reiki on me first. And then I look down on the bed. There she is. She's laying on her back.
Yeah.
Ready for hers.
I know.
And all she really wants me to do. Animals, you got to be careful, especially kitties, because a lot of power comes out of those hands. So you really only need one hand.
Right.
So, because Willow, if I try to do this for his sneezes, he's like pulling his head away. He really doesn't like Reiki.
I find with cats, especially, less is more. Especially with Reiki.
They're highly sensitive.
Yeah. Well, it's like 5 minutes is way too much sometimes.
Well, yeah,
dogs can take more, but it just depends on what they can take, you know.
Cats' metabolism is at a different level than dogs. Just at their normal sleeping state.
Right.
Although Willow, when he sleeps, he tends to snore and moan. So it's really funny. I mean, he's woke me up in the middle of the night. He's moaning so loud.
He's so handsome.
And I'm like, wait, is there a man with me? No, it's my cat.
He's the man of the house.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's my bodyguard. He will walk me to the bathroom. When he was young, he was shaped like this. His shoulders were really wide and muscular. And he would walk like a bodybuilder to escort me into the bathroom, looking side to side all the way. And I just bust up laughing. It's like, dude, we're in the house. It's his only world because he's a house cat, but he's protecting me. What he's doing is keeping his sister away because he's jealous of her.
Oh, okay.
But it's like he looked like, I am your protector. Hey, tie me up. And Scotty, good to see you guys. Yeah, these guys bring us so much joy. I was a vet tech for 4 years.
I know you said that. I love it. I love it.
And the main thing that the head vet where I worked, there was 3 vets. And the main thing he kept telling everybody was, well, you know, pets are a luxury. You should only have them if you can afford them. And I'm going, yeah, so you can drive your damn Porsche. You know, where then we had a vet who counted every single tissue that you used. And if you didn't blow your nose twice in the same tissue, he yelled at you. And then the third vet was from New Jersey. He had a vet clinic in Denver that went broke because he was all into it for the animals. Screw the people.
Yeah.
He didn't care if you could pay or not. That animal needs my help, and I know how to help him. Let's do it.
I'm very lucky. I work in an all-female vet clinic, and everyone's into the wooey, and
thank you.
We all get along, and it's low key. It's not like a high maintenance. There's only one vet, and she's not even taking new patients because she just likes taking her time. It's almost like, you know, it's just like everyone gets their own time. It's not about the money. And nobody's getting rich, but we can all sleep at night because we know we're not screwing over anybody. And the animals are happy.
Gaia.
The clients are happy. We're happy. So that's how it should be.
And you're honoring Gaia with what you're doing with your life and your intention and your purpose. You have the same purpose I have. I can tell that. We both are so animal oriented that I was told my purpose is to connect people with the animal of the earth on an equal brother-sister basis.
Again. Oh, I love that. I agree with that. Because they are equal. They're not.
Happened. I was watching the most recent version of The Jungle Book. I went to the matinee and I was the only person in the theater.
I haven't seen it. I'd like the old one.
It is all CGI except the little boy that plays Mowgli. He's a real human. Everything else is computer generated. So it was all done in green screen. And poor little kid, you know, he's acting to cutouts on a stick of, you know, the different characters. What a good actor, right?
Wow.
But in the story, it is so believable. And it's the part of the story where the wolf, he's got to leave. You know, Mowgli's got to leave. And the wolf mother is telling her, you know, you will always be my man cub. She's telling him, I will always love you. And the tears just started rolling down my face. And I could feel this warmth coming around me. And all I could, the screen disappeared. All I could see was white light. And but they were individual white lights. They were angels.
Wow.
And they came to tell me, this is your purpose. You understand what this wolf is telling him. We are each other's mothers and fathers, no matter what our species is.
Right.
And I was like, oh, and that is your purpose because you get this. You can teach this.
Thank you.
And I went, ah. When the movie was over, the guy standing at the door for me to leave, he's like, well, did you enjoy the movie? I went, oh, you won't believe what just happened. Yeah, I really enjoyed that movie.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Wow.
So yeah, so these guys ask me, well, you put crystals in your soil when you grow your marijuana and stuff like that. And I'm like, yep. And if it's not in it, it's on it.
Yeah, I have crystals all over the room. When I'm treating dogs and cats, I have crystals all over the place. And I made these little crystal amulets for pets to wear on their collar, you know, like for.
Oh, I love it.
You know, I don't know if you can see it. I had a rescue dog.
That's pretty though.
She passed away during the pandemic. She was scared of everything. I mean, balloons, ladders, everything. Yeah. And I was an artist in a past life, in this life, and I used to make jewelry. And one day I was like working on her, and I thought, how can I get some crystals on her? Because have you ever tried to put crystals on a dog? It's just not going to work, right? I tried.
They don't wear a bra. You can stick it in.
I made these little things to attach to the collar. Maybe
is that on your website?
Yeah. And
cool.
So,
all that's down in the description box, you guys.
Yeah. So, we have them on all the we have like at the vet place I work at. We have them hanging up on all the crates for the dogs that come out of the surgery, and like
I love it.
Yeah. But I swear, like even if you just put a few crystals under your pet's bed, like even like Dalmatian stone is really good for all kinds of pets. It looks like a Dalmatian, you know, or just something like rose quartz or amethyst, something soothing. You don't have to buy something expensive. Just put it under their bed, you know, but make sure they don't eat it. If it's a lab, you know they're going to eat it.
That's for sure, because labs are the goats of the dog world.
I always say that. Labs are part goat. They are part goat. Oh my God, you're the only other person that's ever said that.
I have every other lab that comes in for surgery, you know it's not a spay or a neuter. You got to take something out of their stomach.
They ate the television remote. They
or
ate
a sock.
They ate the carpet, right? You know?
Yeah, I ate a big old chunk of the carpet. Ate my
I love labs.
Shoe.
I love labs. They're so much fun to treat. They have a sense of humor.
Sweet. They're nice dogs. And they're great for people. I mean, they're family dogs.
They're so funny. They're so funny. I treated a dog that ate, like, every time this woman bought a new TV remote, the lab would eat it.
Hey, golden retrievers are in that same category too. He had a chocolate lab that was so sweet. All of those, the retrievers, they're different than the springers.
Right. But the golds are like the blondes of the dog world. They're like, happy, we're California, you know.
Yeah.
Right?
I always think of the Afghan hound as the blonde in
Oh,
California.
I always think it's like the Goldens are like the Goldie Hawns of the dog world, you know.
They are. They are. I love it. That's so cute.
I love treating Goldens too because they'll let you do whatever you want, you know. They just
You can mess with their feet. You can dink
yeah,
around with
don't
them
mess with
everywhere.
anybody's feet. Yeah.
I
And
actually I had one pass away in my lap.
oh, I'm so sorry.
The vet was in the middle of surgery, and the dog came in surgery and was crashing with congestive heart failure. And the vet was at a point where he couldn't stop. The other two vets were in the same position, so I just sat there with the dog's head in my lap and petted the dog and loved the cat and the dog, or the dog. I saw the word cat. I loved on the dog, and the dog passed away in my lap.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
But at least it had a real sweet, loving way to
Ending.
go.
Right.
Yeah. Hardest thing for me as a vet tech was I had to give the pink juice.
Yeah, that is, I gotta say, a lot of times I will tell my dog patients, okay, if you want me to be there with you at the end, and I've done that because, or if you want me
That
to
doesn't bother
drive you,
me,
because
but being the person who administers the end is
yeah, no, I don't want, I thankfully don't have to do that.
I did it once, and I told the vets, don't ever ask me to do that again. I'll quit.
And you know, when that happens, like for me, you know, because ours is a very small clinic office. There's only two rooms. And after that, I always do a little sage, and then I spray rescue remedy in the room too.
Sure.
To just clear the room.
To breathe in the air. Yeah.
Because, you know, like dogs will walk in and they can smell death. You know,
sure.
They sense it, you know, so
they can smell.
Yeah.
They can smell when you're going to have a seizure. They can
Yeah.
smell
Oh, they
that.
do. They do.
My neighbor across the street had a brain tumor, and her grandson adopted this dog and then decided to go live in the dorm at the U of A. So he couldn't take his dog with him. So it was, Grandma and Grandpa, will you take care of my dog for me? Turned out the dog was a seizure warner dog. She would have seizures because of her brain tumor. That dog would push her. It irritated the heck out of her at first because he'd nudge her and push her until she'd sit down.
Wow.
And then she'd notice she'd start to go into a seizure. So one day she asked me, do you think he knows? I'm like, oh my God, yes. He's making you sit down so you don't fall down.
Right.
She's like, well, whoever trained him to do that? And I was like, people don't understand that the animals just do stuff.
They just do it.
They don't need to be trained. I had a German Shepherd who carried his food like Snoopy. When his dish was empty and it was time for dinner, he'd pick up his dog dish and I was telling Wolf Girl about this. Prance around on his tippy toes like a Lipizzan stallion, you know, that white German Shepherd too.
Oh.
With his dish in his mouth, all proud, dinner's coming and I'm beautiful. It was just my neighbor across the alley's going, how did you train your dog to do that? I'm like, he just started doing it.
Wow.
He would bat that dish around till he could get it in his mouth just right so that he could prance around. It was so cute. It was funny. Big old 120-pound German Shepherd.
They're my favorite. The love of my life was a shepherd. And that's how I got into dog acupuncture, because I had a German Shepherd. When I was in acupuncture school, I had a German Shepherd, Merlin, who had hip dysplasia. He was old. And in California, at the time, not anymore, I think, the vets had to go to acupuncture school and get acupuncture license before they could treat animals with acupuncture.
Okay.
So we had a bunch of vets going to acupuncture school, even though it was for humans. And I learned how to work on my German Shepherd at school, and I changed his diet. I started giving him herbs, and it was amazing because he had hip dysplasia. He was incontinent sometimes. He was old, you know, shepherds don't live that, you know, he was like 13 and a half. And the acupuncture made such a big difference. I mean, it didn't heal him, but he lived to be almost 15. And for a German Shepherd, that's like, you know, amazing.
Mine was 13.
Yeah.
Mine was 13 and he was 120 pounds of dog.
That's a big,
and everybody thought he was a wolf. People would, we'd go for a walk down the street, and people walking towards me on the same side of the street would cross the street.
I know
My
that
dog
feeling.
wasn't mean. Well, he was if you came in the neighbor into my yard and he didn't know you.
Right.
Yeah, he would eat you up. But Nikki, hi, good to see you. And Teresa K, my friend, good to see you too. I love it. I
Right.
like that. My next door neighbor had a blonde shepherd. Yeah. A lot of people think white German shepherds are, well, I've known vets that refuse to treat them
Oh, I love them. They're like magic.
because they're so inbred, they can have lots and lots of problems. That's why they're
Yeah.
white. But a black one is just as inbred. There's no
Yeah.
difference between a white dog and a black dog except color. My
They're
dog
gorgeous,
had black
though.
skin. He had black skin and white fur, and he did
Wow.
not. He was also line bred, which is adding insult to injury. His mama was also his sister.
Oh.
So he should have had everything wrong. And he didn't have hip dysplasia, none of that.
Wow.
None of that. He did get arthritis towards his end, but
Right.
he died from heartworm.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Oh,
what
that's
got
so
him.
sad. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dog Merlin had a stroke at the end. He had a stroke, and
That was my kitty Smokey. She was 17. She had a
oh,
stroke and she just lay in there, had no idea where she was. And you put the food by her and she'd smell it, and that's it.
yeah.
And she'd just lay and pee. So it was like, okay,
Yeah.
time to see the vet. Let her
Yeah.
go, let her go. There's no quality of life there.
No, you
She
have
had no
to
idea where she was.
you have to give them dignity. If it's time to go, you have to let them go with dignity. You can't hold on if they're just laying there in their crap, you know? I mean, I hate to be blunt, but
Hey, Mama Redneck.
Yeah.
Good to see you 2 nights in a row. She was up in my panel last night. We had so much fun yesterday. I am trying a wild and crazy thing on one Wednesday out of the month. I put my StreamYard link in the chat for anybody who wants to come up and join me. But I require, you've got to be a subscriber for a while.
Right.
To ask for questions or anything. So when that first 20 minutes or 25, 30 minutes is up, I pull that link back out, and we don't have problems with trolls coming in and,
okay.
showing you obscene things, and which I've been down that road. I had a party channel before.
Oh.
Where we all talked about anything and everything. My longest live stream I've ever done was 5 hours.
Oh my God.
And it took me a week to recover.
Yeah.
That's too much. You guys, well, there are most of these guys in here do live streams, but the amount of energy that you expel, even like me, I'm totally chill and relaxed doing this, but I'm on an adrenaline rush right now.
Right.
I have my little secret down here. That in 3/4 of the time, you guys won't ever see me do it either. That's what's funny, is I do it all the time. And I've done it with guests in here that didn't approve, and they never saw me do it.
It's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, you was here for 2 hours of the 5-hour one.
Wow.
That was a really good one, though, because I actually was thinking about bringing that back for everybody to see, because it's 3 gentlemen. One is a pot grower, long time outdoor pot grower in California in the Napa area. One is a guy who's expert in permaculture and aquaponics, and the 2 of them kept us going. Oh, and the third guy was CBD expert.
Wow.
Manager of a massive CBD farm in Nevada.
Wow.
And the 3 of them kept us in. I learned so much that night. Wow. It was a really good show. Stoney, you remember those guys. It's JD and Anton and Jaw Love has been on here, actually. He was on here. I had my year's celebration back in July, and he came on and partied with us for a little while. That was really cool, because that was bringing a blast from the past. That was over 5 years ago.
Wow.
So it was fun. Yes, aquaponics. Yeah, you know what aquaponics is, Tony? I was thinking about that for our crops, because that's a cross between hydroponics and fish. You grow fish in the tank and you circulate the nutrients. That's the nutrients that grows your garden, is the water the fish are living in. And you can grow tilapia and all kinds of stuff in those big storage water tanks. And it feeds you with fish, and it keeps your garden growing year round. And you can grow
Wow.
garden in PVC pipe that way.
Wow. Do you do this inside or outside?
You can do it either way. I would
Really?
suggest outside in case you spring a leak because it's water.
Right.
But
Right.
it's
I mean,
not any worse than your water bed back in the day.
but where you're living, is the climate okay to do it outside?
Absolutely. Yes. I had 3 ponds in my backyard in the past.
Oh, okay.
Ponds with fish and lilies and
Wow.
water hyacinth and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Really?
the
Trees,
blue
yeah.
heron will come and eat your goldfish out of your
Oh, wow.
I have a lot of it's weird, I live in the middle of town, and it's not a small town. Houston's almost 45 miles across, and, I'm right smack in the middle, and I have all kinds of wildlife in my yard all the
Wow.
time, even a bobcat,
Wow.
raccoons, bobcat, hawks, yeah, but I have a big yard that I do not do all the trim and plant the roses and I don't have a planned yard, I let it go back to the desert. When we
Okay.
went into lockdown, I went, "Pfft, I'm not gonna mess with this. I'm not gonna waste the water on this anymore."
Right.
And, it's funny, all the animals knew my yard was safe, and they were all hanging out. I had hawks hanging out at the same time as rabbits.
It's like a Disney movie.
It exactly. It
You
was
should have
great.
dressed up like Snow White and went out and sang with them or something.
Hey, I took pictures to prove that it was really going on. I mean, it was crazy. It was really good.
Wow.
So,
I
yeah.
love it. I love
But
it.
animals all over the world, when the whole world went into lockdown, went,
Yeah.
"Woohoo! We're
They
free. We can
did,
be
they did.
ourselves.
I
We don't
know.
have
It's
to hide."
amazing.
They all went away. Where'd they go? You know?
It's
You see the
amazing.
pictures of the deer in the towns in Japan. Herds and herds of them
I
going down the
know.
street, not paying any attention to the street signs or the street lights. Yeah.
I have to say I like that. I wish we could have like, a mandatory month. Don't hate me, but
I
a,
know, I agree.
a mandatory for like maybe 1 month a year that we all just like hibernate and let nature go out and like
How about
everyone
the month of
behave. And
December?
yeah,
The month of
that's
Yule is
perfect.
the perfect time.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Like
'Cause that's
everyone
pretty
just and
much
then
what people in the North do anyway.
yeah, and we can nap and hibernate, and the animals can do what they want to
Mm.
do, and everyone's happy. I, you know,
Hey,
let's do it.
Herc! Good to see you, Jay. Herc 213 is here. Nikki's gonna have a hot chocolate. My Christmas card to everybody in my community page, there's a recipe for hot chocolate mix, you guys, that is healthy, and you can add it to milk or water, whichever you prefer. And it doesn't matter what kind of milk you like, whether it's cow's milk or nut milk or, grain milk, whatever. Um, and you don't have to use sugar. You can use your favorite type of sweetening. I used, I normally use cane juice sugar, organic cane juice sugar, but it's really good. Really, it's good for even chocolate milk. So you can use it for Nestle's Quicks, and you can use it for Swiss Miss both.
Oh, okay, okay,
So, and you can make it and make it and make it so you can, buy the ingredients and keep it in your pantry. And it's a lot cheaper than buying that little box of Swiss Miss,
right,
you
right,
know?
right.
Yeah, that sounds good. Do you have enough for all the rest of us, Nikki? Because, Herc is good at making sure everybody gets something. If you want some hot chocolate, Nikki's got enough for you. Let Herc know. We used to hang out, Herc and I used to hang out in a live stream that, oh gosh, I guess it ended about a year ago now. It's called the Nasty Women Tarot, and it was so much fun.
Oh, I heard about them.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. He was the guy that served us our drinks, and Arlene was his supervisor, queen moderator. And we laughed. I mean, there's times in there where I would literally have to mute it because I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. The tears are rolling down my face. I'm laughing so hard. These silly women. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. Hardly any tarot getting read.
Oh, okay. Well,
But a lot of laughter during it started when Trump was still president.
okay.
So it was perfect timing. It actually started the year of the election.
Okay. Well,
So
we
it was
needed to laugh.
perfectly timed. Yeah. Nasty Women Tarot. And Stefan's laughing. It's pretty cool. It was a good deal. I kind of would like to do something similar to that on this channel. I think that would be fun. So we're doing it once a month right now. We'll see. We might just Dolly and I, a Wolf Girl Oracle and I are talking about doing something on a regular basis. So, well, we should. We're really good friends. We talk to each other every day.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, my dear, do you happen to have cards by you?
Oh, I was going to bring up the animal cards. I have, let's see. I was going to bring up the little ones I was telling you about last night. The only ones I have close by are my medicine cards.
Yes, we both have those cards.
I've been using these since 1980 something, 90 something, whatever.
Yeah, I think the last time they were in print was in 89.
Yeah.
Yeah, I protected my book that goes with those cards.
Yeah.
Because I like to just sit and read the book.
I do too. I do too.
To divination with. I will just, this is the book, by the way.
Yeah.
And I take paper bags and make book covers for all my books. I've done that since I was in grade school.
My cover's off of mine. I don't know where my cover went, but because it's so old.
It's so easy to make. I mean, you just fold them and tape them and glue them. But anyway.
Just like grade school.
Yeah, exactly. And you can doodle in them, and you got pockets to put your notes in, and turn it into your journal too. But anyway, I take the book. I'm trying to get it back into the cover. You take the book and you hold it, and you just let it fall open to a page.
Oh.
And I happen to get the owl. So I'll just read you the poem. Owl magic, omens, time, and space. Does the truth emerge, casting out deception? Silent flight, sacred medicine burned. I love this deck.
I love that deck too. And I'm lucky. Where I live, I'm in Salem, Massachusetts, and about 40 minutes from me is a national refuge. I guess it's a national park. It's a Parker River Wildlife Preserve, and the snowy owls are back.
Yeah.
And every year the snowy owls come, and I haven't made it up there yet this year. I'm going to try to go this week, but it's like you go up there and you feel like you're in a Harry Potter movie, you know?
Yeah.
They're just magic. And some of them are far away and some of them might be close, but sometimes there's too many crowds. So I try to go during the week, but they don't look real.
Yeah, go midday during the week. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just so beautiful. And they're just.
We have the sandhill cranes come to Wilcox, Arizona, which is about an hour and a half from me. There's a playa out there. And if you guys don't know what a playa is, it's like an old sea.
Right.
It's kind of salt. It's very alkaline. Well, that's where they go and hang out. And there will be there's thousands of them. When they take off, they make the sky turn dark.
Oh, I love it.
They're huge. They're big. And talk about noisy.
Yeah.
Wow. But and every year in February, they come through without fail. Yeah, it's pretty cool. A lot of migrations come through Arizona. My favorite one is the hummingbird migration. So.
We don't have that many here.
Get lots and lots of hummingbirds. Well, they study them here.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, people use those hummingbird feeders that you can hold with your fingers.
Oh, okay.
Those little stinkers are so aggressive and brave. They don't care. They know you can't grab them.
They do.
I watched one buzz a hawk. sitting on my
I
doorstep.
know. Doesn't it amaze you how brave they are? I mean,
he's like going around the hawk's head, and the hawk was like, "Oh, fuck off."
I know. I love hawks. I love hawks. I love hawks. I do. We have a bunch of them around here, and I swear every time I go outside, they'll be like, "Hey, we're here," you know.
Wolf Girl is asking you again where you're located. I'm
in Salem, Massachusetts.
She's in which land?
Which city?
She's in which city, USA? And I want to go visit her because I've always wanted to go to Salem.
You should. Don't come in October.
Oh God, no.
It's like, why? It's like coming
when
to
everybody
Disneyland.
Goes to Salem.
No, don't come in. It's horrible. We leave.
I would imagine.
It's just
only the shop owners.
It's like hordes of like cattle coming through, you know. There's nowhere to pee. You don't want to come in October. There's nowhere to pee. There's outhouses. There's nowhere to eat. There's like lines around the museums. This past October, I was like taking a walk, and these people were coming towards me, and they were like crying, like, "We drove here from Vermont. There's no parking, and it's like too many people." It's like, it's October. What did you think?
What on earth? It's like, my God, this is witch season, and you come to Witch Town, and you think nobody's going to be here?
Come in the spring, because in the spring, at least it's not snowing.
And I'm sure it's beautiful with flowers.
It's beautiful, and you know, there's parking, and you can pee in the museums. You know, there's not a line.
You don't have to go find a bush.
You know,
and then get arrested for peeing in public. Wolf Girl says, she says that her partner Chrissy is from New Bedford.
Oh, okay. See, I'm sorry, I can't see the comments, so forgive me if I'm not, you know.
I will read them to you.
But yeah,
and we've got another question.
Okay.
Jeanie or Rose Blue wants to know: do you pick up feathers from the ground?
All the time. All the time.
Messages.
Yes,
on the color of the feathers to what the message is.
Yeah, I have tons of. On every one of my altars, I have bowls of feathers. So, and it's and I even have a hummingbird feather.
That's a woodpecker. A woodpecker.
Oh, that's great.
It's a flicker feather. Say that 3 times fast.
Those. Wow.
Say that 3 times fast. Flicker feather. Flicker. I can't even do it twice.
Wow, I love it. Yes, I pick up feathers all the time. And don't you love when they're like floating down, you know?
Oh, like, yeah. You know, I love when it's the little downy ones.
Yeah, the little white ones. You're like, oh, the angels are here. Thank you.
And you're going, no, that's not snow. I'm in Arizona.
Yeah. Yes, I pick up feathers. Yes.
That's really cool. Yeah. Well, did you find your cards?
Yes, I did. Okay, sorry.
That's no problem. No, we were just doing our do here. So I know I'm going to grab me some cards. I'm going to go ahead and do the Therapat ones because we all love those so much.
Yes. All right. I have the medicine cards. I'm sorry, I meant to bring the little ones up, but.
Oh, no. I like the big ones. The big ones are so pretty.
Okay. Here we go.
And some of these guys that also follow me on Instagram have seen them before because I've used them as card of the day.
Oh, okay.
They make great card of the day.
All right. All right, everyone, make a wish. Here we go. Ant.
Ooh.
Now, you know, I have to say.
Elective.
Ant is, for me, when I pull it, it's patience, girl. You better have some patience.
Wow.
Now, the other thing about ant too is they are such hard workers, right? And they work together and they're always busy. You know, it's like they're always doing their little thing, walking around, hauling food and stuff. So it's a good card.
And they carry stuff that weighs 100 times more than they do.
They're such hard workers.
And it's all for the betterment of the whole.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the individual.
But it's also be patient because
because that's all part of the hive energy.
and they
You
take
got to keep your
forever to
place in
do everything.
line. You have your job to do.
Right.
Yeah, the
'Cause
taskmasters.
yes,
Ants.
they
Well,
are.
the odds of this happening are really I pull one card. What I do with these cards, because they're so big, is I pull out of the middle and put it in the front, pull out of the middle, put it in the back, and then I'll pull out of the middle. And when one card sticks and stands up, that's the card I'll pull. Two did.
Wow.
Let me the odds of this. They're both foxes.
Wow.
And one says, "You're doing fine.
I
Don't
love it.
give up." Little white Arctic fox. Isn't that a
Oh,
beautiful creature?
they
And the
are.
other one is, "You're doing well. Keep going."
I love it.
Look at his
He's so
grin.
cute.
I'm sorry, but he looks really stoned.
He does. He's gonna get in trouble. Because of you, I ordered those cards today.
Awesome. We were playing
Yeah.
with him last night. I
Yeah.
love them. I pull them. I have them on the top of my rack. I'll show you a picture of my setup. I took a picture of what it looks like where I'm sitting right now. And yeah, so you can see it's on the top shelf of my rack of cards, so that when I walk by, all I do is I'll take my fingernail and I'll stick it down in the cards and pull out a card. And that's my pat on the back for that moment.
Oh, okay.
That's my those cards, I use them every day, all day.
Well, I'm gonna take him to the vet office.
Yeah, people will
Yeah.
love them.
Yeah. Well, that was your idea, so
No, I
thank
I
you.
think that the people will really like it. Let me
I
show
do
you.
too. I do too. Because they're not too wooey for the people that aren't wooey.
Yes. Now, you guys, put that. Get over there to the side. Now, this really shows you the little teeny tiny card space I have.
Okay.
It's a it's a TV tray. I have to give the window to the cats. That's Miss Aloe laying there.
Okay.
Don't look too close at that screen on the computer.
I
Tells you
can't
what
see
kind
it.
of novels I write. I like romance erotica stuff. So that's what I write. That's actually my twin flame novel I'm working on with Archangel Gabriel is very explicit.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah. And it's been one of the most fascinating experiences in my life.
We're looking forward to the book and the movie.
Yeah, it would be I don't know if the movie would happen. That would be fantastic if Hollywood would dive for that one.
Yeah.
Because it does have some interesting things, because there's 2 dream sequences where they knew each other in past lives, and they're remembering the past lives, but they don't realize it because they think it's a dream,
Wow.
these 2 people, and they're meeting each other again. And, in the past lives, they didn't get to be together. And why? And writing the past life dreams were hard.
I
One
bet.
of them happens around the time of Wounded Knee,
Okay.
and it made me cry to write. Archangel Gabriel's given this to me. It's like I wake up in the middle of the night and I hear someone talking this story to me, and it's playing out like a movie before my eyes. And it's happening so fast I can't hardly grasp it. So I have to go, okay, slow down, please. Slow down. Because yeah. Yes, erotica turns into romance. It's the whole idea of twin flame is you become one,
Right.
completely one. And it'll only happen once in all your incarnations. So it's a difficult topic, and I've been working on this for 5 years, and I'm
Wow.
only given what I can understand
Right.
because it's complicated, really, really. I do know enough to know that if you meet someone and you just know that's your twin flame, if they have someone that can be hurt by being together with you, or you have someone who can be hurt by being together with them, it will never happen. The universe won't let it happen.
Oh, really?
You might get to be together in your next life. Your twin flame is that other half of you that's on the other side of the veil,
Right.
guiding you. And every so often, they will be incarnated too. And that's when. And sometimes usually when you meet each other, you hate each other because you're too much alike.
Really?
You're too much alike when you first meet. It's like, oh
Oh,
God, you drive me crazy. But something about that person won't let you let go, won't let you walk away.
wow.
Yeah, it's different than a soulmate, completely different than a soulmate. You can have
Wow.
thousands of soulmates. Your kitty, my kitty, our familiars, there are soulmates
Oh, yeah.
100% right now. Um, yeah, Stony and his Albert, you know, and Stony's lucky. He's got the warden too. Stony calls his wife the warden. We all love her. She's a beautiful lady. She giggled. She doesn't mind being called the warden, does she, Stony? She all knows that's loving. So, animals to us in this place of my community here is major, major important to all of us. Everybody here has a pet that's everything to them.
Right, right.
Use an independent
Unconditional.
producer. Problem with that, Rose, darling sweets. Hollywood likes to work with who they know. And to sell a script, you have to have the formula exactly right. If you've got a space in the wrong place, you got too many lines in your description, they'll throw your script away. Because when I was going to school, which was in 2016, they got an average of 1,500 scripts a day
Today?
that they do nothing, script readers. They do nothing but read scripts all day long and look for reasons to get rid of them. That's the
Yeah.
first thing they're looking for. Second thing is, whoa, could we produce this? So
Wow.
it's really, really hard to sell a script unless you know somebody. But since then, streaming services have gone crazy. Most people now don't do a whole lot with network TV, and they do their Netflix and all that. Well, I was taught how to write scripts for all that kind of stuff too. Network TV, you got to plan your script for the commercial and have the hook for people to
Oh,
come back to make sure they come to you after the commercial instead of going to another channel. And whoa, it's like writing a computer program. It's learning a whole different language. It's crazy. It's not like sitting down and memorizing your high school play. It's
right.
not like that at all. And there's a script for the camera people, a script for the producer, a script for the director, there's a script for the costume. Every department has its own script that they make notes in. And at the end of the day, the script writers go back and change the things that have been suggested to be changed. It's a constant move. That's why movies are so expensive and take so long to get made. It's
Wow.
not just that they pay the actors a ridiculous amount of money.
Right.
Everybody gets paid a ridiculous amount of money because there's a lot involved. So, yes, I'm like Jeanie and Katie. I love animals more than humans, so sue me. Amen, Stony
Amen.
Baker. You got it. At this point, why don't we're already at the hour, but I don't want to close out without doing the Lightworkers Pledge, because that really seems to set us in our intentions and our energy for the week. It's important.
Okay.
So I am just going to put up the overlay and read it to you guys. Follow along, and you can say it quietly in your head if you would like to. I declare a pledge to love. I will act based on judgments from the heart. I will act not based on judgments of fear or lack. I will act not controlled by self-interest, commercial, or political agendas. I will act attempting to reduce conflict and division. I will act to promote cooperation. I will act to promote consensus. I will act to promote peace. I will act recognizing the quality of all living beings and human beings. I will act to pursue a picture of collective truth rather than personal truth. And I will act to acknowledge the responsibility of supporting others in their spiritual awakening. I will act and do not deliberately or knowingly misinform. I declare this pledge in love. And in case you guys are wondering whether you're a light worker or not, if you make people smile, you make someone laugh, you just shined your light. You're a light worker. So whether you want to admit that you're woke or not, seems to be a bad word nowadays. I'm new age, okay? I'm woke and proud of it, you guys. I woke up a long time ago. If you are that and you need a place to come where you're feeling a little lost, here we are. That's what this show is about. This show, if you go into the playlist for the Lightworkers Roundtable, you will find there's been close to 30 different shows, each with a different guest, with a different gift, different things that they offer. I have had from Reiki masters, I've had counselors, I've had spiritual advisors, retired pastors, yeah, besides shaman and psychics and mediums. This has been the best experience of my life, I have to tell you, is meeting everybody like you, Jeanie. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It was so much fun. And I'm telling you, she's a therapist. Oh, she's a therapist.
Yeah, getting, which way is the camera? I tried to put lipstick on the other day and it was like, no, that's not my lips.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my nose.
I'm not used to this whole YouTube thing yet.
Well, even when you do it for a while, you still don't get used. You're showing the cards and trying to point. It never works.
Yeah. I don't know
like
how you
trying
all
to
do
do
it.
the it's up when the I
It's
have
like
the
Brady
information
Bunch
up in
thing,
the
right?
or down in the
I love it. I love
Hi,
it.
spirit beyond the stars. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. My brother passed away from liver failure on Monday evening.
Oh, I'm so
Poor
sorry.
sweetheart. And I just got another call saying that my uncle is not expected to live. He has throat cancer.
Wow.
Honey. And it's spread all through his body. Sweetheart, you have our prayers. Bless you, sweetheart. Wow. And Wolf Girl, she found out too this week. A very dear friend of hers passed away from cancer.
Wow.
So let's just hold some space and send love to those that have, hey, those that have passed. Wish them bon voyage. Enjoy
Right.
this next adventure because you're going on the adventure of a lifetime.
Right.
And
It's
hi,
hard to
Sharon
trust them.
Skype. But for those, let's hold space and love for those who have been left behind. Because they're the ones who miss you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And yeah, Spirit Beyond, you are all over. As a cancer survivor, I am thankful when I wake up every single morning. Morning. That's a Freudian slip. In Wolf Girl Oracle's cards this morning, she talked about being letting go and spirit, and when you pass, how how you feel and how we're left behind, but yet that makes us sad. But yet these people who have had cancer have really been suffering. They've been in so much pain. So we really need to celebrate their freedom from that thing that's been holding them back. I used to look at my breast that had cancer in it as it was my enemy, and I couldn't wait to get it cut off.
Wow.
And it was like, yeah, my hair fell out with chemotherapy and went through all that stuff, and I
Wow.
survived, and that's the point that matters is that I survived. It put me here where I can do this. I
Right.
wouldn't be able to do this like I do without going through that experience, and I went through that experience on top of fibromyalgia, on top of caring for my 90-year-old mother.
Wow.
So, yeah, life can be as hard as you make it, or it can be as much fun as you wanna make it to be.
It's true.
I just made going to get chemotherapy, getting that infusion, I knew I was gonna get to see the nurses that I enjoyed their company, and so I'd laugh and giggle and kid around with them. The whole 4 hours I'd be there, getting pumped full of the poison, and they would tell me over and over again that if I kept that attitude, I'd survive. I had a little secret. I knew I was gonna survive.
Wow.
The night before my mastectomy, I sat on the side of my bed and I asked God, am I going to survive this? Why did you give this to me? Did you give this to me to die and come home? Or did you give this to me to help someone? And if I can just help one person, that makes it okay. And I got this voice that was like, I felt it. It was more than like they describe a lion's roar. You feel it in the very pit of your torso. I felt it like that, but I heard it too. And all I heard was, it will be a difficult journey, but you take it one step at a time. I will be with you. And there are times when I will carry you. And I went, I'm going to live. Because that's all I got out of that. Not that it was going to be hard and that I was going to be carried. It was that it was going to be an end. And I was still going to be there. So, yeah, I'm supposed to be here to help people.
Wow.
Here I am.
You are.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was 2008.
Wow.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Wow.
Oh, honey, I know Mama Redneck just lost her daughter.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and she's finally pain-free. Exactly. I went to a funeral at the Unitarian Church one time, and I picked up their philosophy about death. It's one of the most beautiful things I think I've ever experienced. They treated the funeral like it was a bon voyage party.
Wow.
And the way the pastor put it across was, hey, your family member has just won the world trip of a lifetime. Are you going to tell them, no, I don't want you to go because I'm going to miss you? Or are you going to say, woohoo, have the trip of a lifetime? And so that just, I absorbed that right in.
Yeah,
So
I like
somebody
that.
passes away, I weep for myself for a little while. And then after that, it's, woo, enjoy your trip.
Well, I had a really good friend. My friend Edie, the one who took me to the acupuncturist when I was sick, she ended up getting cancer. She was the one that got sick and passed away, whereas I was the one that lived. It should have been the opposite. But so she was really sick for several years. I took care of her. And what she wanted, she said, when I die, I want a party. I don't want to
That's
die.
me. Give me
So
a wake with all
she
the
made us
alcohol
promise.
and
Yeah.
bet.
She made us promise. So she wanted they had a hot tub. This was in Escondido, California. This is where I used to live.
Yeah.
And so we filled the hot tub with margarita mix because that's what she wanted. Cleaned it out first. And we had, I don't know how many people there. Like everyone knew her because she was such a wonderful person. We had a balloon lift. Now this was back in like 90s something where it was cool to have a balloon lift because we didn't think about the birds eating the balloons or whatever. So there was like maybe 100 people there with balloons, and all of a sudden these cops pull up and we're like, oh no! And they came out and you're like, give us some balloons. They knew Edie. They wanted to be part
Oh,
of the
they
movie.
wanted to participate. How
I can't believe
wonderful.
it. And it was like the best. Oh, we had mariachis there too.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like the best party, but we did it like a couple months after she passed. It wasn't like the week after she passed, but it was just
That sounds like what I would want. I've always said,
don't you want mariachis at your wake? Come on.
My family always thought I was off my rocker. I come from a Southern Baptist family. They always thought I was nuts because I always said, I want my funeral to be like a Mexican 3-day wedding.
Exactly.
I mean, and believe me, you want to go to a party.
Yeah.
Wow. The full-on Mexican Catholic wedding. Oh my God. Oh, it's like you pass out because you drank so much tequila and you wake up right where you passed out and start all over again the next day. Oh, it's fun. Oh, it's fun.
I live near the Mexican border. I love it.
When it's over, you're like, can I pour myself at home? I need to go to bed and stay there.
Or just have a Bloody Mary,
Yes.
I do miss living in Southern California just for
Hey,
that kind of thing. Yeah.
that's one thing, I gotta say, they don't like a lot of the stuff that happens from Mexican culture coming across the border. And I'll tell you what, I live in the middle of Mexican culture and I love it.
I love it.
So those people know how to have a good
happy
time.
People.
They know. Hi, Jules. Good to see you. Yeah, they know how to show life means something in every way. They love hard. They party hard. It's just, yeah, they love completely. They cheat on their wives completely.
Yeah, well, that's that whole Latin.
But that's a Latin culture.
That's a Latin thing.
Mexican.
They all do it. I don't.
That's Italian and Greek.
Oh my God, I'm
Italian.
Italian. No, you don't want to marry an Italian man.
Unless you don't mind him.
Italian man.
Unless you don't mind him having a thing on the side so that she takes him away from you. I've known women who are like that. They're like, oh, I don't care if he has a mistress. He doesn't touch me.
Right.
I'm like, okay, so why are you still married to him?
Money, kids, money.
Yeah.
And plus, you can't get a divorce if you're Italian Catholic because you're going to go to hell. So you might as well stay married to the turd and,
Yeah. I'm an artist, and my artist, the woman who taught me how to paint, they're very Catholic, very Italian, from Chicago. And her husband is the kind of person that he's rigid thinking, man. Woo, he's a lay pastor at the prison for his church, the church. So he goes and gives communion and stuff. So yeah, he's very all gay people are gonna die. Oh, that kind of Catholic. But I love him to death because he's like that. And he and I will argue, and then we'll agree to disagree and still love each other. So it's kind of cool. You don't get that very often with strong Italian men that you can argue with them and they'll agree.
You can't argue with them. No.
Most of them are like, I will never talk to you until you agree with me.
No. My entire family's Italian. Everyone's Italian, and you just learn, just shut up or get smacked, right?
I gotta ask you, have you ever eaten at the Olive Garden?
Only once, and it was horrible. I was with a Muslim. I was with someone who thought it was an Italian restaurant, and it was like, oh my God.
I love it. The reason I'm asking is there's a video on YouTube by Mateo Lane. He is a gay comedian. He and his best friend, Nick, went to the Olive Garden. Now, Mateo is half Mexican, half Italian. The whole thing, the video, I believe the title of the video is Why Italians Don't Eat at the Olive Garden. They went to the Olive Garden. I laughed and laughed. And the first thing that happens, they get seated at a table right next to where the waiter's station is.
Oh, no.
And this guy is carrying a big platter with plates stacked just so, coming out of the kitchen, and another one's going in the kitchen, and he bumped him, and they both dropped their trays. And the two guys just were almost like rockets. They about jumped out of their seats. Oh God, it was funny. It was so funny. But the whole point of the thing was Matteo Lane was saying Italians never eat at the Olive Garden because it's shite.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
That's for you, Stefan. It's shite.
Yeah. I never ate with my family. We never went out to eat. We had really good food at home. I never ate at a real Italian restaurant until I was probably 18 or 19. Honestly, I had never been to an Italian restaurant because why would you go?
Why? Yeah.
So it was very bizarre for me to go into an Italian restaurant and like pay top dollar for ravioli that, I could get at home for free. And,
that grandma made
I was like, I'm not paying $20 for a plate of this when I can go over my Nonna Annie's and have this for free.
Yeah, right. Well, I can go to Nana's house and everybody else would pay Nana $100 for it.
Exactly. So it was just always bizarre for me to go to an Italian, and still to this day,
Sure.
Now I miss Italian food, but you go to an Italian restaurant, it doesn't ever taste like your grandmother's food.
Oh, yeah. That's like here if you go to like Cracker Barrel, for instance, because that's supposed to be all good old down-home food. I come from people from the South. My relatives come from Kentucky, South Carolina, Kentucky, and Oklahoma. So cornbread and all that stuff is right up my alley. But I will not eat at a place like Cracker Barrel because they don't know how to cook like my mom and my grandma did.
Right.
They don't make cornbread like I like it.
Are they a chain? They're a chain, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All over the place. Yeah, they specialize in stuff like macaroni and cheese and pot roast.
Oh, okay. I don't think we have those here. I don't know.
Yeah, it's they're along a lot of the trucker routes.
Oh, okay.
Because RV camper people they can Cracker Barrel, if you're a van lifer, you can sleep at a Cracker Barrel.
Oh.
In their parking lot for free.
Good to know.
It's interesting. It's kind of like people used to sleep at Walmart, but that's not safe at Walmart. People are getting attacked in their vans at Walmart.
Really?
Depends on where you're at, but yeah, you just got to pick the right area of town, and then those area towns don't let them sleep there. All they're doing is just spend the night. Spend the night and move on. Crazy. What are they going to do? What kind of damage are you going to do in your sleep?
I don't know.
But it's the people that they attract, the people that want to come and rob them, steal their van, that kind of stuff, I guess.
Wow.
Let's keep the vibration high and healthy for the people who are promoting harmony and peace all over the globe. Okay. Yes, Jay. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jay and I had a really good talk the other day. We are of the mindset that what we're doing here is not really, while it's nice to get tips and donations, that's not our purpose for being here. We're here for you guys. We're here because you need us. And we need you just as much. There are days when it's like, oh God, I gotta go live. I really don't feel like doing this. I am not into this at all. And then I push that go live and your energies all come feeding into me and it's a whole different world. I love it. Just love it. If I didn't have the issues with energy, with fibromyalgia, I do this every night, every single night. This is how I would spend my evenings. And there's a lot of people who do that.
I don't know how you all do it. Honestly, I watch you readers and go, oh my God, just tonight. I mean, this is like, new for me. It was like, you got to do all this stuff. You got to set up. You got to do that. It's like all this back.
Oh, the behind the scenes. Yes.
Right. Behind the scene that you don't think about. Like, oh, my computer. How do you?
You got to get the shot right. And am I in the shot? And what's showing that I don't want
Like,
you? Oh, I don't want you to see that pile of crap.
Think of these things. You just take it for granted when you watch a tarot reader or a reader and you go, oh, they look great, whatever. And then you try to do it.
When you're reading, you're in another brainwave. You're not in a normal state of mind anyway. And you got to fix technical stuff. You got to kick trolls out. You got to all in this. I hear it called theta state. We're in a theta mind wave. So you're like you're kind of here and kind of there too. You're not quite in any one particular place because you're wide open to whatever spirit's telling you. And you can't read cards without doing that. No. Well, you can memorize, and but then you're doing something different than what I do.
You're cheating.
Let's put it this way. I would never feel comfortable working in a carnival. I'll just put it that way. Where I know several people who wouldn't bat an eye. You betcha $20 a pop, I'll sit there all day.
No.
Yeah, I can't do that. But that's me. I have never been I've had more people try to get me to set up websites and go to work for this company and that company that reading cards for a living, and it's like, nah.
Too much energy. I feel like for me, I can't even go to a psychic fair because it's like,
it's like walking into the mall.
Yeah, you're like, like Halloween, like October and Halloween. Yeah, Halloween. You got every psychic on the planet on every corner doing readings and with their crystals, and like the energy's like bouncing off everything, and you're just like, oh my God, I need to wear like some helmet or a spacesuit to protect me from the insanity because you have the real people.
You need your tinfoil hat.
Yeah, you have the good people, right? The ones that are legit, and then you have like all these gypsies, tramps, and thieves.
Exactly. No gypsies. But it was the gypsies, tramps, and thieves that started this shit.
Just like people that are just there to make the money. And it's.
I know a bunch of carnival workers. I know a whole bunch of carnies. They live over here near Benson, Arizona. And every single one of them, including the guys that set up the tents and stuff, they're just the grunts. Every one of them knows how to read tarot.
I believe
they memorize the tarot cards, the symbolism, and if they want to make a quick $20 off of somebody on the fairway, they do it.
I know.
And they will, the share was hot. And they will tell people, they know the questions, they're taught the questions to ask so that you give them the answer so they can reiterate it back to you. They can remove your curse for an extra $500.
For $500. For $500, yes. We have them down the street, yes.
Yeah, and let me tell you, if anybody on Instagram, this is what I tell everybody, anybody approaches you on Instagram and they say you're one of us readers that from the Tarot Love community, none of us would ever approach you for a reading.
Right.
You approach us. Those are hackers that have taken over our identities, and they're bad on Instagram and Facebook right now.
And it's happening to even Psychic Violetta and Linda G and all those people are having these fake accounts.
Oh, especially them, because they've got huge. Linda G's got over 50,000 subscribers.
Oh my God.
They're the targets of the trolls. That's where the money's at. Yeah. Oh, they really got Linda bad on one of her workshops in Sedona.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it was somebody who hacked into her Cash App or WhatsApp.
Oh my God.
No, it was somebody that was charging, saying they were Linda for this retreat and to pay in WhatsApp. And Linda's never had a WhatsApp account.
That's crazy. Wow.
That was a couple of years ago. So with her Sedona thing. So yeah, there's lost your first Instagram to a hacker? Yeah, I'm waiting for it to happen to mine. I am expecting it, which will be a real bummer because I got over 2,500 posts.
Wow. Good for you.
That's a lot. Well, I post at least 3 things a day. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I also do ads, the ads for this
Okay.
show and for my 2-hour show on Wednesdays. So
I'm still figuring out Instagram too.
um,
I sound like an old lady, right? Like, she can't even figure out Instagram.
well, you know what though? If you've never used it, like I told you last night, you're not expected to start as an
Well, I don't
expert.
have it on my phone. I don't like anything on the phone because I get 500 phone calls a day from dog people, so I don't want like one more thing to,
Clutter it
distract
up.
me. Yeah. So I don't have any of that kind of stuff on my phone. I don't have Facebook,
Mhm.
Instagram, Twitter, whatever. So I have to go on the big computer, and I haven't had internet on and off for the past 2 months, which is,
Yes.
we talked about. But so
Yeah.
to me, it's just so overwhelming to have like one more thing to do, and I understand why people like it, but I haven't gotten there yet.
Well, it takes practice. The
Yeah.
first time, it's like Pinterest. I've been with Pinterest ever since Pinterest started.
I love Pinterest. Now
And the
I
reason
did
I went to
Pinterest. Yeah.
Pinterest was because originally all Pinterest was a place to go get recipes.
And just pretty pictures and
No, but
crystals,
originally it
crystals.
was strictly recipes. It didn't even have
Oh,
pictures in
okay.
the beginning.
All
And
right.
so, but now it's like, geesh, there's
Oh, I love
everything.
Pinterest. I love. I don't have it on the phone, but oh my God, it's better than a
And
magazine,
I
right?
do everything from my phone. There's my, I'm
Okay.
not into cats at all. um, but no, I do almost everything from my iPhone.
Okay.
The only thing I do from my laptop are my live streams and my Saturday Solutions recorded videos. Or
Okay.
well, any recorded videos I have to do with my webcam because I have a top-down view from the webcam. Which, by the
Okay.
way, Wolf Girl and I are going to be working on teaching me OBS so that I can be in the picture at the same time as I show the cards. That's going to be fun to learn. That's okay. You got 2 computer geeks working together. We're either going to totally confuse each other or it'll be really easy.
How are you feeling, Wolf Girl?
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Because she had cancer.
I know. Now, can I say something? For
Sure.
entertainment purposes only, and this is
Absolutely.
not a substitute for medical care, as a disclaimer. But
Absolutely.
I would like to say, for anyone who has the C word or is worried about the C word, medicinal, not dancing mushrooms, not the ones from Fantasia, not the fun ones. Okay.
You're talking lion's mane
Yeah.
and
We're talking, lion's mane and cordyceps and shiitake. And there's
Mhm.
8. There's a formula. You can find it on Amazon. I don't sell it. I'm not making money off it. It's Mercula's Mushroom Complex. It's got between 8 and 10 medicinal mushrooms. It's a Chinese herbal formula put together that actually fights the C word, tumors, cysts, boost up the immune system. Like I had COVID, I have long COVID, so I take it to boost my immune system. It's good for Epstein-Barr. It might help your fibromyalgia.
I was going to say my fibro.
And the other thing is he makes one for pets. So for all my dog patients that have the C word, I put them on that. And I've had dog patients live 1 to 2 years beyond what the vet has proclaimed they will. My own dog, I had a dog, Kuan Yin, a rescue dog, who ended up getting this huge, like, tumor sarcoma on her back leg. It just like appeared out of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
This was like during the pandemic, right before the pandemic. And so I immediately put her on the mushrooms, and it kept it at bay. And I didn't get rid of it, but it kept it at bay. And then she lived about a year and a half longer than we thought. And I swear it was because of the mushrooms. And plus I cooked for her and stuff like that. We did acupuncture, but all the dog patients I have put on this Mercula for Pets stuff lived so much longer. And it's just an amazing product for people too. I take the human version. So
I will look that up and put it in the description box, you guys. I'll post it in the comments.
Okay, it's Mercola, Mercula. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice.
No problem. MERCULA?
COLA. It's MER Cola.
Okay, Mercola.
Skin cancer too, yes.
Cool. Thank you.
Now, okay, let me just say this. It doesn't heal, there's no miracle cure. Maybe there are. No, I take that back. Right. There are miracles. There are miracles. Loretta Castorini would say, there are no modern miracles, but there are modern miracles, okay? But
I'm laughing at Jay. I'll be in the tower kitchen making drinks, snacks, and supplies for my peeps. And feel free to hit me up if you need anything. And then he's got his menu.
You have a glass of wine in there? You have wine. Okay. I'll take a wine.
Popcorn, French fries, peaches, apples, mangoes. We're talking, Jay is our smoothie dude. He's all into wellness and healing. I love it. Our cabana boy. You're going to be my cabana boy, Jay. I love it. Oh, that's so funny. I think that's great. Yes, Mama Redneck. Yeah. Mushrooms and cannabis oil together is her goal. Oh, she's getting some RSO from South Dakota.
Oh, okay.
That's an interesting place to be. Well, did they just vote it in? I knew one of the two of them just voted to make it legal. So
I don't know.
South Dakota or North Dakota. And I went, what?
The mushrooms I'm talking about are legal. You can get them on Amazon.
Sure. Okay. Absolutely. Yeah. We have a friend that grows mushrooms, the Harley I was talking about earlier. And he is a big proponent of taking lion's mane and that kind of stuff for your health too.
There's a great movie. I forget what it's called. It's a documentary about mushrooms. Have you seen it? I can't remember the name.
Yes, someone was just mentioning it in here. It's Netflix. And
yes.
Where is it? I just saw it here. I hear Jules was just talking about it. Fantastic.
Yes. You've got to watch that. If you do nothing else, this movie, I watched it like 3 or 4 times. It will blow you away. And the thing about it, it will make you think so differently about not just mushrooms, but trees and plants and nature and life. And you go, oh my God. I mean, it's such a great, great movie, documentary, whatever.
It has to talk a lot about mycelium, and mycelium is the roadmap for information between plants.
I highly recommend this movie.
To heal this planet of climate change, we have to heal the dirt because it is no longer soil. The microbes have died.
Right.
Mycelium is those microbes. Yeah, the mycelial network is amazing.
Yeah.
It's the freeway. I call it the neural network of Mother Earth. It really is. And when you're growing marijuana, that's the #1 thing that you're really doing. If you want to grow very good medicine that's healthy and organic, you want to keep those microbes growing. You are a soil grower, not a plant grower. And I tell these guys that all the time. I'll be in their chats going, we're not learning how to grow marijuana. We're learning how to grow soil. I'm always telling them that. I think they get sick of that. But yeah. Dr. Mercola, thank you.
Yeah, Dr. Mercola.
Fermented
what I like about the formula is it's organic, it's non-GMO, and it's affordable. Because if you look for mushroom complexes on any site, some of them are so expensive. And this one, I like, it works. And the one for pets, the one for people is capsules, and the one for pets is a powder. So you can just put it in your pet's food. Like I have a 22-year-old cat, and I swear he's alive because he's got the mushrooms. We do mushrooms for him.
Hi, Ron, Unconditional Tarot. Good to see you, Ron.
So I highly recommend, and I don't get any compensation from it, No. Like, he doesn't even know who I am. Dr. Mercula doesn't call me up and go, oh, thank you.
Dr. Mercola. Yeah. That makes me think of the throat lozenge.
Right.
Which Ricola. Ooh, those things I don't like those.
Yeah.
They taste bad.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm a weirdo. I'm into essential oils. So if I have a sore throat or something, I'll just drop a tea tree oil under my tongue.
Right.
It burns, but it works. You can all of a sudden breathe again.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really big. Jay also is a Herc. He's also real big on essential oils.
I would do the Mercula mushroom complex for people.
Yeah. You don't want to, if you're taking it for you don't want to take the animal version.
Yeah.
Mercola, Diet Cola.
Yeah, I would do the complex, the people complex. I don't have the bottle up here. If I didn't have to run downstairs, I would get it. But it's just
yeah.
And then the pet one you can even get on Chewy. That's how common it is.
Be careful with that tea tree oil tip, which tea tree oil you use, because tea tree oil you're not supposed to take internally.
Right.
I would suggest right here, under your nose, just one little drop on your finger right here, and it'll clear your whole head. It clears your lungs. You can put some on your chest. Tea tree oil rocks. My cats even use it. I mean,
or
of course,
put it
I put it in a diffuser.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do sugar-free cough drops? I can't do cough drops. They have a decongestant in them, and I have restless leg syndrome. And I have to be careful with
one thing you can do for a cough, if you're having trouble breathing or if you're coughing.
Yeah.
Take a little bit of ground cloves, cloves, ground cloves. You can buy it like McCormick cloves, whatever. Get the organic stuff
that you cook with.
Okay, put a little bit of cloves in hot water and drink it as a tea, and it opens up the lungs.
It's an incredible immune boost too.
Yeah,
and
just a little bit. And don't give this to your dog. This is for humans. Okay.
No, because it's poisonous to cats and dogs.
Yeah. So, but it because I was a glass artist, that's why I'm doing this throat thing. I have the lung thing, and I don't always want to hit on an inhaler.
Right.
So I will make a little bit of cloves, put it in hot water, and it's like, whew, I'm not Darth Vader again,
Wolf girl. Just telling everybody my birthday's coming up next Friday. It's a week from tomorrow. I'm going to be an old lady, 65, a week from tomorrow. And then Ron Unconditional Tarot's birthday is 3 days later on the 6th. So Ron, we need to have our party together. Do you want to do it on your channel or my channel? And do we want to do it on the 4th or the 5th? One of those days, I think, isn't the 4th your regular Saturday, your late night Saturday show? We could do it then if you want to. I think that would be a lot of fun. Celebrate our birthdays together. We talked about doing it last year, and then we just kind of never did it. So it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, we should have a birthday party. We'll talk. We'll talk, my friend.
You should have a group birthday party online here.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah, and doing it like on the 3rd or on the 4th or the 5th, because those are the 2 days between our birthdays.
Okay.
Because I'm the 3rd and he's the 6th. Yeah, mine's on the 3rd. So that would be a lot of fun, Ron. Ron and I have good energy together. Well, who doesn't? Ron is such a sweetheart. He's such an easy guy to work with. So easy to be around. It's your son's birthday too, Rose. That's cool. Hey, you know who else's birthday? You ever hear of Belle Starr?
Yes.
A gunslinger who was in the Wild West show. Yeah, was her birthday too. And Buddy Holly died on my first birthday. He died on February 3rd, 1959. My middle name is Sue after his song, Peggy Sue. Creepy.
Frank Zappa died on my birthday.
That's weird. That's like creepy, creepy, creepy. You know, that's the day the music died, supposedly.
Yeah.
So according to the song American Pie.
Wow.
It's when the Big Bopper, Richie Valens, and Buddy Holly all died in the plane crash.
Isn't it amazing?
And I was only a year old.
Died in plane crashes. You know what I mean?
Well, those kind of planes were really heavy, and they fell out of the sky regularly.
Right, but it just seemed to be so common back then. Remember, it was just like such a common thing.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan. His helicopter.
Leonard Skinner.
Flew into an oil rig.
Right.
An oil derrick. Yeah. And of all places. I mean, he was flying home. He's from Texas.
Right. And didn't John Denver die? Did John Denver die?
John Denver died in an ultralight plane. That's one that you build by hand.
Okay.
But yeah, he died in a plane too. Actually, from what I gather, he shouldn't have been flying that day.
No. And Patsy Cline, didn't she die in one too?
Who? Patsy Cline, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. As a matter of fact, they have a memorial where the plane fell out of the sky for Patsy Cline.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was only like 29, 30 years old. She wasn't very old. I'm blown away. They talk about, I'm looking at some of these officials that were involved in the Eisenhower administration and the McCarthy era. And they're talking, well, this 29-year-old, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going, God, he looks 40.
Right.
And he's only 29.
I know.
And I look at our 29-year-olds now and they look 16.
I know.
But that's because I'm old. But anyway, yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan died in Wisconsin. But yeah, he hit a tower. No, I'm sorry, it was a radio tower. Because I thought it was really appropriate that the supreme guitar player got wiped out by a radio tower.
Oh, never thought of that.
Hit a radio tower.
Wow.
Yeah, helicopter crash hit the radio tower.
Wow.
Yeah, I loved Stevie Ray. I can listen to him play that guitar, but I love blues guitar. So, I like the blues. This is like my card the other day before yesterday. It's right here, as a matter of fact. I'll pull it up and show it to you. Where are you? It's the 4 of Swords. Nope, sorry, 9 of Swords. Nope, that's the wrong one. Where are you? That's not him either. Okay, it's hiding on me. Anyway, it's the family celebration one. Here it is. The 4 Wands.
The Disney card. The Disney card.
Yeah, these are the Mystical Medley Vintage Tarot. And the first thing that popped in my head with this card was the David Bowie song, Put On Your Red Shoes and Dance the Blues. And look, the groom is in blue and he's dancing in his blue shoes.
That looks like something just out of a classic Disney movie, doesn't it? Like the old ones.
These cards crack me up. Look at this one. This is the Justice card.
Oh, those are great.
Look at the pillars. One is strife and one is worry. And it just cracks me up. Look at her eyes. Ooh.
That's a great deck.
I can't read serious from it because it makes me laugh. I did the card review for it and it was like hardly any talking because all I could do was giggle. I felt like a little kid watching cartoons. Giggle, giggle, giggle. I love Betty Boop and that stuff. So Wolf Girl Oracle gave me those cards for my birthday. And thank you so much. I'm loving them. So yeah. Tomorrow's card, I'm trying to remember what it is. I think it's the High Priestess. Tomorrow. So. Well, you got to take off. I think we should too. It's getting that time of the night. And, I had a lot of other questions to ask you, but you're just going to have to come back.
I'd love to.
You're welcome anytime.
Oh, you
Ask
have.
Jay and Ron have both been here a couple times for the Lightworkers Roundtable, and
Thank you.
I would like to also have you come on in a panel with these guys too.
I would love to. I would love to. And if anyone has questions for me, because I'm a new YouTube rookie here, if you could leave me comments on my channel in the comments, I'm happy to answer questions. Like, I'm trying to figure out ways to like make videos for what people want. So,
oh, perfect.
If you have questions, I love doing research. I have a bunch of online classes that I do on my spare time because I love research. I love telling people what to do. I really do. And telling people what to take for their pets and themselves. So if you have a question, I'm happy to answer it because it makes me happy. So
I'm doing my hardcore drink here.
Okay.
0 water. I drink water and I drink milk. I don't drink sodas. I don't drink fruit juice because fruit juice is full of fructose. Sorry.
Yeah.
I called it the right thing that time, and I apologize. Usually I call it fructose corn syrup because that's what it's doing to you.
It is. It is.
And so I don't drink unless I squeeze the juice myself. But I do have like a soda stream, and I'll get those energy like Mios. It's like a little teardrop thing, and you just put a couple drops in it. Boy, does that make a really lovely, like you're going to have a burger. Instead of having a soda, have that with it. It's not full of sugar, and it's got some taste. Otherwise, because I've had kidney issues for so many years, I'm a hardcore water drinker.
Okay.
I drink a gallon of water a day.
Oh my gosh.
That's my goal every day. I have a 10-cup 0 water pitcher, and I fill that thing 3 times a day.
Whoa.
I drink a lot, and I pee a lot.
I was just saying, like, how do you have time to do anything? Aren't you peeing every 5 minutes?
I pee a lot.
Don't come to Salem in October, okay?
I'd be in big trouble. No, I wouldn't, because I don't mind peeing behind a tree or a bush or a dumpster.
You can't do that here. You can't.
I know. You can't do that here either.
Every bathroom on the planet. There's nowhere to pee in public here. There are no trees to hide behind. Okay? I know. I'm a professional peer. There's nowhere to pee here.
Oh my God, I love it. This is great. Hi, Shelby, Lisa.
Trust me. You come here, email me. I'll tell you where to pee. Okay.
Okay. Well, I come there. I'm going to be visiting you. We're going to be doing stuff together. We'll both be going to the place to pee.
I do have a bathroom.
That's kind of important.
It's the most important room. However, my bathroom is so small. I'm not exaggerating. It's the size of a closet. Okay? I'm not exaggerating. This is a really old house. It's like the size of a closet. It's got a sink, a toilet, and a shower stall that probably would be like an airplane bathroom, you know?
I got you beat. My bathroom in my ensuite is so small. The shower is in the bathroom part, or is in the bedroom part. The part that's the bathroom was a closet. All that fits in there is the sink and the toilet and 2 pot plants.
Oh, okay, you got me beat. Okay.
2 pot plants. 2 really big pot plants.
Yeah, it's like this big, you know.
Katie can't fit in the room because it's all filled up with pot plants, toilet, and sink.
Yeah, a big person could fit in my bathroom. Yeah. If you're too big, you can't come in. It's just
tomorrow, by about noon tomorrow, they will be upside down pot plants because they're going to be chopped and hung to dry. We're harvesting tomorrow morning.
Good.
Yeah, I'm excited. So, as a matter of fact, last night or yesterday, while we were doing all that silly stuff we were doing, I had a bud hanging right here that was drying, and I never showed it to you guys.
Oh.
I would go grab one and show you that I've got I was trimming off the great big fan leaves earlier, and I accidentally cut one of the colas off. So it's okay. It's just getting hung a day early. So it's in there hanging upside down, but it's like this big around.
Wow.
A cola's the bud.
Oh wow.
We're talking about Ricola and cola and Diet Cola. And then I take off on marijuana cola. Hey. that's something you can buy at the dispensary.
Right.
Anyway,
We have a good dispensary here. We do have a good dispensary here.
Awesome. I got about 15.
Wow.
Tucson has lots of them.
Oh, well, we're the new kids on the block. It's Massachusetts. Come on. You know?
Yeah, I'm glad. Well, you know what? Our Arizona Medicaid is patterned after Massachusetts.
Oh, really?
Obamacare is patterned after Massachusetts.
It is. It really is. I
They
have
actually
to say,
studied
the healthcare in Massachusetts, pretty good. Very good.
They studied Arizona healthcare cost containment system, which we all call Access because that's the moniker.
Right.
They studied that and Massachusetts, and they used elements of both to create Obamacare.
Well, you know, it's funny.
The Affordable Care Act. I hate it being called Obamacare.
The funny thing is, Romney was governor here, Republican Romney.
Yeah.
He's the one who did this whole Massachusetts healthcare thing.
I know.
That Obama.
And then he turns around and runs for president.
No, we can't do Obamacare. It's Democrat. It's like, no.
He turns around and runs for president, and he's against his own thing that he invented.
Right. I know. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's what politicians do. They're really good at flipping around.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter which side you're on. I'm an independent, so I don't really like either side.
No, but it's just
my
so
reason
funny because, you know,
I was a diehard Democrat until 2016, and I'm sorry, but the Democrats aren't liberal enough for me. I'm progressive. I want to see everybody treated the same. I want same opportunities for everyone, and I want war gone.
Yeah.
And
highways.
That is nothing that people have not wanted since the beginning of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's only reason why we can't have it is because this has been such a I hate to say this, gentlemen. Hi, Bicycle Mike. Good to see you, Mikey. It's been such a male-dominated run world, and men are aggressive.
Yeah.
And so it's an aggressive world.
But soon
the feminine took a rest, but the feminine's awake.
Oh, you have pissed us off. You have pissed us off.
Oh, the divine feminine is going. She's the Statue of Liberty is based on her.
Yeah.
Lady Liberty on the silver dollars. We had the divine goddess in our country.
We did.
And where we got off track was when we changed all that to ugly dead presidents.
Right. Right.
Had to put a dead president's face on a coin or a dollar. And they tried to get away from that to put Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. And then Trump put a stop to that. But that's still going to happen.
It'll happen.
I've studied her. I knew nothing about her until 2015. Nothing. Because I wasn't taught about her in school.
No, nobody was.
I went to predominantly white school. So, of course, you're not going to be taught about slavery and stuff like that. I was taught about slavery, but it was in a passing kind of situation.
Right.
It was part of the Civil War. That's how you did it. Not, that it was still going on. I'm not a capitalist either. So until capitalism cannot be based on slavery, then I'll be a capitalist. But I'm not a communist either. And people seem to think you got to be one or the other. I'm a socialist. I'm like Bernie. I'm a social democrat. I don't mind paying my fair share to make sure you have what you need.
I lived in Canada for 2 years, and I got to say, hey, that's the way to do it.
Stefan lives in the UK, you know. You love dead Kennedys, Mike. It's funny. I got a strain. Mike's been he's riding his bike over here in Tucson. Anyway, I got a strain that I was trying the other day. It's a local one. We have a mountain here called Mount Lemon, and people ride their bikes up there. It's like almost 8,000 feet. And it's really cool because he's like, all of a sudden he goes, "Are you in Tucson?" I was like, whoa, dude, you know Mount Lemon. Crazy. Yeah, the Tulsa Massacre. Wasn't taught in your school, wasn't taught in my school either. I never heard of it
I
until
never heard of it.
COVID. That's ridiculous. I'm in my 60s, and I never knew that there was even a Black Wall Street.
No.
It just, yeah.
They didn't teach us that back then, though. We didn't learn that stuff. Nobody learned that. Did anyone learn that stuff back then? I don't remember that.
No, they didn't teach us that.
I went to Catholic school, so we didn't learn anything.
Oh, you definitely
except Jesus, and you know.
You definitely weren't taught that. You were taught how the main thing you were taught was,
but yeah, no, we didn't learn any of that.
Yeah, the main thing you were taught was how a ruler feels across your fingers.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
In Catholic school.
Yeah, I know the ruler.
Yeah, Rose, I learned it from the same place, PBS documentary.
Yeah.
About the Tulsa Massacre. You know, and it's really fascinating because Tom Hanks put up a short about the Tulsa Massacre.
Really?
And he's angry because he wasn't taught about it either. And I mean, he's angry.
Wow.
So it's like, yeah, you know, that's all the old ways, though. We don't need to worry about that because that all stuff is dying off. It's going away. The fact that they're actually banning books and trying to narrow that scope of what we teach our kids is actually going to be a good thing in the long run because it's going to make us redo our education system.
Right.
And that education system has needed help for a really long time. We've been falling so far behind the rest of the world in our education level with our kids. That's how we ended up with the cult.
Exactly.
The MAGA cult. So,
yeah.
Anyway, you guys, my back's calling.
Okay.
So I will learn from The Watchmen. That's another really good series on HBO, The Watchmen. Yeah, you guys have a good one. And
thank you. I had so much fun. This is the most fun I've had in months.
You hang with me for a minute while I close out the rest of our beautiful people in the chat and our lurkers.
Thank you.
I love you, lurkers. You guys be kind to one another. Most of all, though, be kind to yourself. We need
and your pets and your pooses.
Absolutely. Yes. And now here's the hard part. Be kind to those who aren't kind to you.
Oh, yeah. Remember, what would Kuan Yin do? What would Kuan Yin do? That's my mantra.
Yeah. Well, me, I have more of a tendency of talk to the hand and walk away.
I try to be.
And that's not being kind.
Okay.
That's being indifferent.
Okay. That's good too.
And I'm breaking that because I do care about that person, even though they're being mean to me. I do care that they have a good life and that they're happy.
Right.
So I have to figure out a new way to come about that. Benny Loco! Oh, yeah. Really great show tonight. Awesome. I'm going to have to go over there. She just came from moderating on the Midas Touch.
Okay.
Which is a good political.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a moderator over there.
Wow.
He also moderates for Texas Paul.
Wow.
She's fun. And she's been on this show too. She was here just a couple weeks ago. We did a 3-hour show that night.
Wow. So, I'm impressed.
You guys take care of yourselves.
Thank you so much.
When you need to rest, when you feel tired, your body is telling you that for a reason. Honor it and rest. Whatever plans you have, unless it's a deadline from your job or your health, can wait. It'll be there when you go back.
It will.
So, it's like I was telling people the other day, I need to do laundry today, but if I don't feel good and I'm tired, those clothes will still be dirty tomorrow. I'll do them then. I love you too, Benny Loco. You guys take care and stay with me. I am going to send us out of here with hopefully we'll get the logo thingy to go right. And we'll have an outro. I love you guys. We'll see you next week. Saturday Solutions comes out Saturday at midnight. Take care.